Hey everybody, this is Dave coming to you from the Gaming Cave. Today we're doing an open the box on Skies Above Britain from GMT Games. Game designed by Jerry White and Gina Willis. And you can see it's a pretty hefty box here. And let's flip it over. Haven't taken the shrink wrap off yet. Skies Above Britain is a solitaire game depicting a Royal Air Force fighter squadron tasked to disrupt and destroy German daylight bombing raids over southeast England in the summer of 1940. The player's individual aircraft must locate the incoming raid, intercept it, and evade or defeat escorting German fighters. The game simulates the dogfighting and fighter versus bomber action at an individual aircraft level using a card-assisted system that simulates key tactical decision making. Okay, unlike its predecessors, Skies Above the Reich and Storm Above the Reich, here the bombers are lightly armed and are at the mercy of determined interceptors. But the German escort is brutal, and their tactical formation of the Rot and Schwarm are difficult to contend with. Skies Above Britain shifts detail from encounters between fighter and bomber to dogfights between fighter and escort. All right. And of course, complexity 5, solitaire suitability, it is a solitaire game, is 9. All right. Well, we're going to get the shrink wrap off and then we'll see what we got here. All right. Well, we got the shrink wrap off. Let's see what's in this big old box. All right, first thing we see, Skies Above Britain optionals. So optional rules: confirmed kills, weave, random events, graduated replacements, move, dogfight markers, break, advanced optional rule, RAF tie-in guide, historical pilot roster, designer notes, and bibliography. Okay, so this talks about the confirmed kills, the weave, the random events, bumpy landing, big wing, cratered, graduated replacements, move, dogfight markers, break. These are all things that I really like to get interested in when we're playing. RAF tie-in guide. So a lot of information here, as you can see. And there is a total of 19, including the back cover, 19 pages. Starting fuel, interesting. Other starting parameters, tally-ho, contact. So yeah, I'm definitely want to look at these and see what they have in here. RAF Lion target event. Wow, a lot. This is cool. I didn't realize that there was this much in here for this. Pilot roster. So that one's already got names in it. That's nice. And 15, 17 designer notes. I always like those. And then the back cover is the random events. Page 2 optionals, pilot placement, replacement table, and brake effect table. Okay, so that's definitely something we want to look at. And we have our situation manual, introduction, dogfight scenarios, bomber scenarios, intercept scenarios, patrol example, and then campaigns. So they have 4 chapters for the campaigns for different periods during the Battle of Britain. So I'm not going to go through everything in here. I just want to flip it open and give you kind of a look. There's an introduction, the dogfight scenario. So these are the step-by-steps to teach you. Scenario 1, a flyby. So it teaches you simple mechanics and then graduates you up to different positions with larger groups. And then on their tail, so again, and then the RAF advantage, the Luftwaffe advantage. So these are all the things that are going to happen during the campaign game that we want to play and get under our belt. Then there's the bomber scenarios. We'll skip through some of those, finishing the job. Lots and lots of examples, and those are always very helpful. Scenario 8, a full basket. Okay, so here we go into the bomber formations. Tally-ho, intercept scenarios. So you can see there's just a lot. No escort, scenario 10. So there's a lot to work on. Scenario 11, escort, on how to get into the game before we ever even get. There's a patrol example, so we have an example of how to handle a patrol. And then we get to the campaigns. So chapters and patrols, between patrols, pilots and fighters, campaign start and length, pilot assignment, outcome, squadron withdrawal. Okay, skirmishing over the channel. So what I'll probably do is work. There's already a lot of videos out because I'm a little behind getting my game in. So what my plan is, I'm going to go ahead and work myself through those introductory training scenarios so that you can see lots of other people do it. What I want to start videoing are the campaigns. That's the game to me. That's where but you got to learn all the basics. So I think I'll do my basics, and then when I'm ready, then we're going to come in and do the campaign. Here's the rule book, Skies Above Britain rule book. And the rule book looks like about 62 pages plus an index on the back. That's always helpful. You know, and again, with the rule books, lots and lots. There's the dogfight cycle and lots of examples and descriptions. And all that is very helpful. Very cool. Okay, so we got a lot. I got a lot of reading to do. Okay, well, looks like we got our airplane stickers to put onto the boxes. So we have Hurricanes and we have Spitfires, and then we have some squadron stickers, and then sections: yellow, blue, green, and red. And these are our flights here. Okay, so we have our stickers. Here's our pilot rosters, which of course we can make copies of. Don't mark up our good ones. These are on a nice stiff poster board type. This is 54 Squadron, so it's got all the pilots are listed on it. Very nice. And then on the back, 54 Squadron log. And then 303 Squadron. Again, they have everybody listed on it. And I believe 303 Squadron was the Polish squadron, looks like, with some of the names on here. So these were the Polish pilots that came over to fight. And I believe 303 was a Spitfire squadron, and 54 may have been the Hurricane squadron. I'm going to verify that though, make sure. It maybe even be in the rules or the companion books there. Then we have sequence of play. So this is I guess it would be 11 by 17. It's folded in half. So on this side we have raid vector sequence, interception sequence, bomber cycle, dogfight cycle. Then on the back side we have all the descriptions for vector marker results, other icon results, so all our things are there, maneuvers. Okay. And here we have another folded interception sequence. So this is what you do for your interception. It's lots of detail, so I should be able to get this right. Pilots, green, regular, veteran privilege pool, ace skill, raid vector sequence, RTB, return to base sequence, interception sequence. All right. Here we have another player aid, intercept bombers. So escort station, nose, flank, tail, trailing. And on this side, Intercept Escort nose, same thing. One of these I'm assuming is for the Hurricane and probably one for the Spitfire. Oh, nope, this is Intercept Escort, and this side was Intercept Bombers. Okay. Here is the circle display, one-sided. We'll have to read about that to understand what this is. It goes with a bomber card and head on and tailing, so we'll see what that is. Here's a pad of pilot roster blanks so that we can make up our own pilots. The nice thing is, I believe on the internet is probably a large history of pilot names and what squadrons they were in. So if you want to, you could probably go in, you know, and pick pilot names and get them assigned. Here we have our counters. I'm going to clip these so I have nice rounded edges on these. One sheet of counters there. These are the bomber cards, so these are Hinkles. And on this side we have Junkers and a Dornier, and then more Dorniers. And on this side, Heinkel, Junkers, Stukas, and we have the markers for them. So looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 sheets of counters. This is a mounted board. This is the pilot roster board. So this is where your flights are at, what they're numbered, where they go on here when you've got them in there, and veterans, regular, and green pilots. So nice mounted board there. And then we have our mat board. I'm gonna flip this around here. All right. So this is our main game board. So you can see all your recoveries, KIAs, hospital, your REF advantage, the fate, engine, cockpit, rudder, elevator, wing. So if you take a hit and you have to get into the fate box, this will be where you find out if you survive or not. Fuel tracks, return to base track, interception map and where the sun is, the raid track. Okay, visibility. There's a lot. We've got a lot going on here. So very nice, very nice. And mounted board, that's always nice. Okay, here we have our blocks. So the typical black blocks for the aircraft, and then we have some colored squares, and then we have some round markers with the German logo on it. We'll have to find out what all this means, what the little squares are for. So we'll find out what all that is. We get two 10-sided die, a red and a blue. Okay, and then we have our aircraft, RAF advantage, and Spitfire cards, and then we have Luftwaffe advantage, and some of the damage cards in there, and then escort reaction, and some of the dogfighting cards here. So quite a mix of cards, 3 decks of cards that we have. All right, well, not going to open those yet. We'll get to them though. What I want to do is get my counters ready, get them sorted, get everything set up, read the rules, and we'll go from there. This is Thanksgiving week, so maybe after, I know I'm leaving for a couple days here for Thanksgiving, so hopefully when we get back we'll be ready to go here, and we'll see how everything plays out. Okay, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the open the box. I know I'm a little behind some other guys, but I just received it today and I'm excited about it. Oh, one other thing I'm going to show you that I'm going to use. doing my homework, I did go out on Board Game Geek and I printed off the Stuka Joe type cards that were made. I believe Gina made these. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But it gives a reference card how to use them. And then you have your the main game part of it. So the way these work, of course, is they're in sequence and you flip it over and it tells you step 1 and it tells you what to do, and it gives you where to look at in the rules and tells you what to do and which card to go to. So we'll use these as our sequence of events. And then there's also a set for the dogfight cycle. So again, they're in numerical order. And you flip it over and it's D1, place fighters. It shows us what to do. And so we go through that. And there's also the bomber cycle. So same thing, B1, the approach, tells us what to do. These are really handy. I couldn't put them in my plastic sleeves because they're longer than my plastic sleeves. So I may either investigate getting some that fit this size, or I'll just use these. And if I wear any of them out, I can always print off the page with them and cut out some fresh ones. Okay. So we'll be using these to help us through the game, make sure we don't miss any steps. I used them in the Battle of Britain game from Decision Games that Stuka Joe made, and they work great. Okay, so Skies Above Britain, GMT Games, designed by Jerry White, Gina Willis. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Okay, I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one, and have a good Thanksgiving too.